Greetings everyone, and welcome to video number 11, Journey of a Healed Success Stepper. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me today. As I move towards the area of sharing more detail about my criminal case, as Dr. Dorina Shine, you can check me out on my Facebook page, Dr. Dorina Shine, or you can also like my personal page, Dorina Saunders. And basically what I want to share in this video, this is a learning process of helping others to get through either areas in the dark night of the soul that we're going through. We don't understand what to do next. There is no blueprint to how you're going to get through it, but there will be a few game pieces. This is the Success Steppers game of life. This is where we discuss how the enemy's game play works under these attacks, okay? So I want to share that theory with you. In my criminal case, what happened was I fell off big time because I never would have expected someone to interject into my ability to make a decision whether to drink or not drink an alcoholic beverage. And I say that lacing is very common, but it's very hidden. It's very hidden. And in the state of Ohio, you can't go, or in any court system, you will not be able to go into court with dirty hands, okay? So because in my case, making the wrong decision to act upon something unknowingly responsible for the reactions that I took in the criminal situation, the argument and fight became very, very aggressive, and it became I was the responsible party. No matter if you were laced, no matter if someone came and, injected you with something and you just randomly went out there to seek help and something happened in the midst because of the allergic reaction or chemical reaction. I see that in my case, that was not something that I could ask any court to excuse me for. So I went on and did my time, okay? But now looking back, hindsight, and looking at individuals who may have gone through that, I'm going to share with you what I should have done. Come on, let's go. So here is my format. Okay, I hope you can see that. So basically, instinct should have led me to another flow. If instincts were available to me at that particular time, see, because we don't know what we've ingested, we don't know how it's going to react to our chemical balance, our pH balance, you know what I mean? And it kind of puts into mind the sexual actions of individuals, adults who are, promiscuous. Those energies, they play a big vital role in how the woman is going to feel about the gentleman who she cares a lot about. And she's not going to want him to cheat. She's not going to want him to lie to her. She's not going to want him to date outside of them. And so when that happens on a physical level, the woman has given over to the pH balance of what she felt was internally hers, okay? So she becomes emotional. And through those emotions, when she finds out she's been cheated on, lied on, or whatever, her instincts have taught her a lot of, maybe curiosity. So instincts should have came into play. But what happens is we get warnings. My mind was in a space of hallucination because that's what the drug that I involuntarily ingested that induced me to feel a certain way about a scenario that I had no control over. So the way that I see life, the way that I impact the life scenario created the ignoring of the warning sign. And then before you know it, we start to see people doing things differently. Okay? We're seeing something being done differently. And then we have our allergic impulse. So our impulse then provides, let me get my reading. I need some bifocals. Hold on. So basically now we have the actions are different. And then the natural impulse of what takes place is whatever we do under those circumstances, fight or flight. There's only two. There's only two options. And so if you're not running, then you're fighting. Okay? So this makes these instincts make us very peculiar. It's inborn. It's something that is within us that we cannot not do. It's just inborn. And it's also unlearned. So we haven't learned this type of behavior. The fight or flight response and instinct is going to become a spiritual knowing. And as we know that this is not us, and we start to tap in and we start to feel. See, one thing that I learned in the game of life as a success stepper is this. Hold on one second. The one thing that I learned as a piece on the pawn, if you will, being a piece on the chessboard as a pawn, I learned that the spiritual intuition is going to be very valuable to you. The spiritual intuition is going to help you to see the narrative of what you should do in those circumstances. But when you have been victimized and you have been unable to make the right decisions, how are you to be accountable for your behavior under the influence of something you don't recognize is within you, number one? And number two, you're not able to make the conscious decisions as you would had you not have been under that influence, right? So how can one be held competent? You know, this is where the song comes through. Instincts lead me to another level. Instincts help me see that something else happened. Because I know I didn't buy into doing all this stuff. I didn't buy into the area of drugs and alcohol to the point of extreme chaos in my life. If I had have pled guilty, then that would have been all she wrote for me, because that's saying that I voluntarily did it. I voluntarily consumed the alcohol, voluntarily consumed the marijuana, knowing what was in there. And that wasn't the case for me. So that sets my case separate and apart from what the criminal justice system literally did to me. And I've been advised to contact the Innocence Project to have them relook over my case to see if there's something in that case that could indicate that other measures should have been assumed under my situation. Okay? But anyway, back to making it through, being the game piece on the board as a pawn shows me that warning signs were there. The hallucination, the expansion of my mindset not only allowed me to resonate with the fact that I heard voices, whether it was through music or through the concepts of hearing the voices. It's kind of like God was saying, I'm going to give you this experience because I want you to be open to spiritual areas of thought. I want you to be able to hear my voice and know it's me and not be afraid, because so many other distractions on these physical levels of being basic has kept you stuck and stagnated, and you've been conditioned under that. But this, what I'm about to take you in on this journey, the only way you could understand it is to go through something traumatic as this. But I'm going to save you. I'm going to keep your mindset pure through it all, because what is happening, this is the way of the world. You know, we're always systematically bullied, and we must stand up at some point in time, right? So God said, through the spiritual awakening as a success stepper, you're going to have to go through this scenario. And the enemy was very happy to oblige, to be a part of this trauma. Okay? And this is the game. This is one of the enemy's game plays. So I'm just letting you know. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. I'm not mad, because on this side, sitting at my winner's table now, I know that the instincts was part of the warning that I received. I can never go back to addiction in any way, shape, or form. And as long as I stay in that mindset, I will be successful. You will be successful. As long as you do not ever go back to the abusive relationship, your confidence will be built immediately. As long as you do not go back to the corrupt organization and you start to believe in yourself, you will immediately see those results. As long as you don't go back to the idea of just this one last time, I'm gonna hit this lick one last time, as long as you don't go back to that and you work every day, even if it's at McDonald's, even if it's at Burger King, even if it's at a grocery store, even if it is to build your own brand, you can make it. Some people get into relationships for people to take care of them. If you've never been in that position, you will dumb yourself down once again. So keep believing on the success stepping stages that you're walking through, because that is the key to your success. So instincts are now leading me to another level. And these levels are about realizing that confusion is going to be there, and you have to learn how to, that's a trick. That's another enemy play. That is for you to get thrown off so that you will make a quick decision that is not for your good. For those who come into your relationship and come into your lives to hurry the process along is as slow as you should go, especially during cuffing season. This time is very significant. It's very significant for you to pay attention. Do not bow to the needs and necessity of what man wants you to bow to. Because if I had to bow to the needs of what society expected of me, I would have pled guilty, thinking that I was going to be given some rat droppings just to find out it's not chocolate. I have to use that analogy because I'm really going through that. One of my tenants left a horrible scenario with me regarding, not keeping themselves clean. So that just popped in my mind. But anyway, so with that being said, yeah, it's that time to see your instincts move you to another level so you can become the greatest success stepper that you can. So thank you so much for being with us today. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, put something in the comment box below and let me know if you're tapping into what I'm saying. You don't have to do it publicly. You can send me a direct message in either the Gmail that I have, which is only one, Dorina, let me see, Shine Dorina at gmail.com. That is the only email, and it is exactly as my name is spelled. And that is the only way you can get in touch with me. So send that information over. You don't have to make it public. A lot of people don't. And, if you need to know my credentials, I could gladly share those with you. I have all the documentation and all the, certification that I claim to have. I don't have to prove anything to anyone on this channel or anywhere on social media. But if you particularly want my services and you want to make sure that you're being given the true knowledge from a person who has the credentials, I can definitely share those with you. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for being here, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Please share this podcast. I know my channel is moving very, very slow, but that is great because I don't have to worry about all the other distractions. So, yes. So thank you. Have a good day. Bye.